Hi everybody, it's Ann again with Kai Dragon Gardening and Cooking Channel. And today I want to talk to you about August planning and planting. It's something that people think, oh, it's August, it's hot, I'm done. No, you're not. That's the beauty of it. In August, the temperatures really should start cooling down. The first week or two in August may be a bit warm, and you can utilize shade cloth to help you with anything that you are planting. But you want to get seeds in the ground and keep on planting, because you still got, in most places, at least a 90-day window. So check your seed packets for the maturity date from planting time to harvest, so that way you are good to go. These are some of the things that you should be planning and thinking about. September is monarch month, and so if you haven't already got milkweed going and growing strong, and some of the other things like the Mexican sunflowers and asters and things that the butterflies really love, and of course they need the milkweeds for the caterpillars and everything. So get to your nurseries, get that stuff in the ground and get it growing really good. Goldenrod is another good one to have going. So get them planted, get that going, so you are able to help the monarchs as they fly through in September. So some of the flowers that you should really concentrate heavily on right now are asters, your anemones, like the Japanese anemone, any of your mums, corabells, your black-eyed Susans, cone flowers. There's a variety of different colors. They are a hardy perennial that they're going to establish a stronger root system in the warmer soil temperature. And the first part of August, the temperatures of the soil are still quite warm. So keep that in mind, get them going. Your cone flowers especially should self-seed and keep you going from then on once you start planting them. And you may just need to sow a few seeds through the winter months to help with that. Marigolds provide a vibrant color and they're going to deter pests. I strongly recommend the French marigolds, especially if you're still doing vegetable gardens this time of year. Pansies and violas, they are certain types are edible plants. You want to plant them now because they are a pop of color for when the cool weather starts to come in. So get them going. Also your sedum, which some people call stone crop, some people name it live forever. Mom always called it live forever. She had it everywhere. And during the fall, it has the most beautiful blooms. It's strong drought tolerance, and it has late season blooms, so it keeps something going year round. If you're wanting to get more vegetables going, especially with all the recalls lately and things that are going on with the economy, planting a garden and planting some of your own food seems to be a must. Get different types of lettuce going. There are several different kinds that are going to mature quicker that you can get going the first part of August. Your arugula, some people say it tastes more peppery. It's a great one to mix in with other lettuces though for your salads. Any of your root crops that are rapid growing and mature quickly are good to plant this time of year. So get them started in August. And I'm talking about different varieties of carrots, different types of radishes, your daikon radishes, which are going to be different than your red and white radishes and things like that. Some of your turnips, beets, those are also things that you can get going the 1st of August. Your brassicas, like your broccoli, your cabbage, your bok choys, you want to get those set out in August to produce robust heads for soups and stews and salads and other things that you're wanting to use in the kitchen. Kale and spinach, they will grow sweeter as the weather starts getting cooler. Also check out in the nurseries for fall planted perennial bushes. Make sure that you heavily mulch them to get them prepared for the winter months so that they're going to survive through the winter. But now is a really good time, the first part of August, to start checking for sales, especially if you're wanting to do a fence line with bushes and things like that. So get them going. Also, some of your container shrubs, if you do frequent deep watering and use heavy mulch to prevent the leaves from burning and yellowing, that's a good thing to start the first part of August. And Kai is making me laugh, so he's dancing in the garden behind the scenes, so I'm smiling. Some of the herbs you want to get going.
I gotta get you to smile. That's
some of the herbs that you need to get going this time of year are your cilantro and dill. And as I said, I stress succession planting with dill all year round, especially all the way up to the winter months. So sage and thyme, the late summer allows specific types to establish vigorous root systems. Also your oreganos, rosemaries, and remember, some of these will get very, very big, like your sage, your rosemary, your oregano. If you let them go from year to year, times another one, they can take over a garden bed. So I recommend planting them in a pretty good sized pot and just move your planter around from time to time if you want it in different areas of your garden. Also, your parsley is another one that you should really plant in pots and not plant with the others. It's also a trap crop, but there are different types of parsley that people use for different purposes. Lemon balm is another great herb to plant in August, especially if you're wanting to do teas. A lot of people drink a lot of tea in the fall and the winter months, and they resort more to tea in the evenings. So, and we'll be doing a video later on doing a tea garden. So it's still not too late to get that stuff going. Also, quick maturing beans, and I'm still talking about your pole beans and your bush beans. Also peas and cucumbers. Check the dates on your seed packets for the maturity date from the time you plant to the time you harvest. Some varieties will be ready in 60 days or less. So keep that in mind when you're planting them. It's a good time. They like the cooler weather. They enjoy the heat, but they really are going to start thriving about mid-August, and you should get a pretty bountiful harvest in September and be ready to can and pickle lots of cucumbers. It's not too late to do some bulb flowers, crocus, many types of your hardy lilies, and I'm talking about your daylilies, your regals, your tiger lilies, also your irises and daffodils, snowdrops, grape hyacinths. Get those going so you're going to have that pop of color next year. Plant another round of squash. You should always keep those going in succession. But the great thing about the first part of August when you're doing squash and you want the ones that are going to mature quick. You won't have as much trouble usually with the vine borer killing off your plant. So keep that in mind. Get your squash going and try and see if you can get yourself a good crop going before the winter months, so that way you can have some of that hot chocolate and zucchini bread. It is just wonderful. So those are some of the great ideas I have for August.
There's one more that she missed, and it's near and dear to my heart. It's still perfect for canning season. So Roma tomatoes is the only tomato that I'm aware of at this point. If you get started right now in the ground, you should be able to have enough time to at least get a good harvest or two in October, which also they should grow very fast, provided that the temperatures start dropping like they should in August and September. So that's one vital one. If you really want to can and make your own tomato sauce or canned tomatoes, go with that. It's a determinant. You won't need much to care for it. You won't have to prune. Go for it. Go wild.
And another thing that I do want to add, a lot of people this summer, because of the way the weather has been with the heat and the drought and the rains only once in a while, your critters are out looking for water. And we have even had trouble this year with the raccoons raising havoc in the garden. And they are destructive little monsters when they move in. And they will tear everything from your beautiful ceramic stuff to your planter pots and dig up flowers and pull things up and break your Rose of Sharon. And I mean, I've had them do all kinds of stuff. The one I seen the other day, when he stood up, I was floored. The little thing's probably about 3 foot tall, so I can't even imagine what he weighs. I have tried putting like cayenne pepper around different things, and I've been using more of the pepper around with the bird feeders and stuff to deter it, but they're just little evil monsters. And so keep that in mind. And if you have pets and stuff, scout your area. Make sure you're not letting your little doggies or kitties outside in the evening and get tangled up with one of the little monsters.
And just a disclosure on that, so what she said's true. I had watermelon vines. I hadn't had any watermelon yet. They were starting to flower, and they just ate the whole thing just because they have water in the tube. So that means they'll go after zucchini as well. Anything that holds water, they'll go after, especially with it being this hot, since that's their primary source to stay alive is water. They can get food anywhere.
So, and a lot of people think that they're cute and they try to leave food out and they want to try and feed them or try and tame them and stuff. You want to keep in mind they are one of God's wild creatures, and they're really not meant to be trying to make them into a house pet. So be really careful and cautious with that, and just think about what you're doing, because you want to be safe, and they can get kind of vicious, because once they invade your territory, they think it's theirs. So I just wanted to kind of add that a little bit, and I'm going to close with telling you to thank our sponsors. Make sure you check out their site. Mention the first one, Kai.
That would be the Dragon's Treasure, and it's a place for all things tea, coffee, soaps. It's anime themed. It's really cool. I recommend the apple cider, and you will save money if you use discount code Kai Dragon Media, all one word. And I think that saves you 10% off on your order, I believe. So that'll definitely help out quite a bit. He's a single business owner that makes all his teas. So definitely check him out.
And then the other new sponsor that we have is gardeningtshirts.store. No hyphen, just gardeningtshirts.store. They are adding new designs every week. They're trying to get that going. It's an elderly couple. The female likes to draw and does a lot of her illustrations by hand, and gardening is something that they are passionate about, and so they have come up with some really cute ideas. So check out gardeningtshirts.store. You'll be glad you did.